Yo, we're gonna get some people some time to enter the chat. Lately, I ain't really been discussing my Lakers like that, so you know, we gotta talk Lakers because they've been slacking for real. I don't know what's up with them. They playing like how the old Phoenix Suns used to play back in the day, where you think you just gonna run the point board up, and that's gonna win games. Got to play defense. I damn near almost blame LeBron for real. Hey, thank you for hitting the like button too. Talking about the Lakers. I wish I could blame LeBron, but I don't know if I could for real. Me personally, when he was hurt or sitting out, it seemed like the vibe and the chemistry was just unmatched. Now, I don't know, man. But Austin Reeves is a little hurt. We already knew about Luca. We like him all day, but even when Luca was with the Mavs, Luca ain't play no D like that. And then they is kind of lacking something strong down there in the paint as far as the center. You know what I mean? So the Lakers, man, they need to get their shit together. Like I say, man, they 19 and 10. That ain't a bad record, but you don't wanna lose three more games on top of the ones you just lost. You know what I mean? So it's like, and like I say, I want to blame LeBron because when he was injured, the chemistry was fire. You know what I mean? It's like everybody was eating whole five and double digits. You know what I mean? So I want to blame LeBron, but I can't even blame LeBron for real because you know what I mean. Chemistry just ain't clicking right now. I'm gonna bring this up too. How many of y'all watched my last live where I talked about the fake UPS workers that's all over the news? If you didn't, man, go check that shit out, man. You know what I mean? I spoke on that on my last live about how the fake UPS workers ran up in the spot, killed everybody in front of the kids, and I got a great reaction to it. And I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Great reaction to it. You know what I mean? Some of y'all really told me y'all thoughts and y'all views and opinions and felt like they deserve the death penalty too. So um, I appreciate everybody showing their thoughts and let me know how they felt about that. You know what I mean? I talked to people just on the outside and nobody was feeling that situation with the UPS work, the fake UPS workers running down there because they thought it was something in there and it wasn't in there and they killed the family. But get back to it. Yes, the Lakers, my Lakers is slacking. They need to tighten up. You know what I mean? Because they all act like they ain't go up and do this for real. You know what I mean? So I want to blame LeBron, but I can't blame LeBron. Because I try to not notice how good the chemistry was when he was supposedly hurt versus with him being back. And Megan Icon, what's up, family? How you doing? Hit that like button. We talking about how my Lakers sucking right now and how they act like they don't know what they're doing when they get their hands on something like this or playing defense. They gotta tighten up. And the thing is this: I seen like broadcasters, certain broadcasts talking about JJ Redick, his way of doing things as far as calling the team out. I mean, nowadays, bro, everybody coach different, bro. You got to call the team out, bro. If the team is not living up to his highest potential, and you as a coach know their potential, you gotta call it out. Nowadays, everybody's so sensitive as far as if the moment you say something they don't agree with, it's considered hating. Hit that like button while y'all in here. It's considered hating. Bruh, nowadays you can't even give your opinion on that because it's considered hating. If JJ Redick, the coach of the Lakers, feel like they not living up to their full potential and that they could do better, he a coach, bro. Yes, some people feel like he shouldn't air out certain shit as far as that's just their opinion, but the Lakers are slacking right now. All y'all need to hit that like button that's in here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also, let me know y'all views on my last video I did with the fake UPS workers running up in the spot, laying everybody down and killing people for no reason. But LeBron, he has an effect sometimes, and it ain't always a good effect. I'm glad this is last year. I don't think the Lakers even gonna offer him nothing else to come back. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be very interesting at the end of the season because the route they going, they're not even going back to they got knocked out in the first round last year. And if that happened again this year, I might lose faith, but for real. Because even though that's my team or whatever, and you know what I mean, it's like, bro, y'all ain't gelling. You feel me? Like y'all just ain't gelling right. You know what I mean? Like I said, when LeBron was hurt, the whole starting five was in double digits. It seemed like since he been back, sometimes a person's presence could just ruin certain moments. Now, yes, I'm not saying LeBron wash. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not saying that, but it's just time for him to step aside. Like, when you've been watching that dude play for as long as we all been watching him play, at some point, your favorite player you damn near be like, all right, I'm tired of seeing his ass. Like, he need to step aside. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you a player like LeBron, the best way for people to play is you just not being on the court, not being even in the building or being around. You know what I mean? Like all your peers and people you play with ain't even in the league no more, dog. Like and then if you're not going to the finals, bro, it's just no need to be in the NBA no more, bro. Like go on and fall back. I know they say reality really hit you boys when y'all retire because y'all used to the lights, camera action 24/7. But with you being who you is, trust me, bro. If you need any coverage, just call TMZ. They got you. How everybody holidays turned out. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments, like, you know what I mean? Like, let me know where you from and let me know how your holidays turned out. You know what I mean? Like, what you do for the holidays. And then plus, we got New Year's coming up in a couple days. So, but yeah, man, the Lakers, I don't know, man. The coach, people feel like they ain't listening to the coach. The coach ain't getting people's attention. And sometimes people ego so big with this shit when you get all that money that you know, basketball players damn they get acting like they rappers. Like they feel like, man, you can't really tell me shit for real. I already know this. You're not telling me nothing I don't know. And then sometimes people just not connecting with certain people. How people be want to connect with them. Meaning like, yeah, you preaching and you yelling and doing all this, but that don't mean they actually listening though. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think JJ a horrible coach because they got chemistry. It just they really slack at defense. You know what I mean? Defense, they just got to tighten up because you're not gonna get nowhere far. And they got enough time to get it together. You know what I mean? Tyler, what's up, bro? What it do? My little homie, what's up, family? Hit that like button. Edit Man 23, what it do, family? Hit that like button while y'all in here. We talking about my Lakers, man, like how they got to get their shit together. You know what I mean? AR hurt. You know what I mean? Marcus Smart, he gonna always do him and be him. But I be feeling like LeBron just need to get all the way the fuck out the building until playoffs about to come. You know what I mean? They should go ahead and just be like, look, bro, go to the G League or go to the crib. And when we about 10 games away from the playoffs, 15 games or something, that's when you come back. Because the way them boys click when he ain't around, they really be gelling. They really do. They really do. Oh, yeah. For those out there who got beards, get you some tribe oil. You want that nice Rick Ross kind of dark, thick, healthy look for your beard that don't look so dry. Tap in with me. You know what I mean? I know you want to shine and look healthy and sparkly and shit like that and give it a healthy feel. This is good for beards. Tribe oil. Tap in. $40. Rated Man 20. What you think the best player on the Rockets is? The Rockets, I ain't gonna cap. I don't really pay attention to the Rockets like that. I'm more of a highlight person. Like, I'll tap in on each team with the highlights. But the Rockets, I mean, they got chemistry. They cool. Do I think they're a threat as far as like, oh, they gonna go to the finals and shit? Nah, I don't think no shit like that because KD smoked weed. What I'm doing now, he's too laid back. He's never, even since the Oklahoma days, he's never been like a DMX type of Like, he's not like, he more of a, definitely KD now, more of a laid back. He like an overseer. Like, I'm here, I'm overseeing. I'm just gonna make sure everybody eat. You know what I mean? And he gonna fall in line. You know what I mean? So, like, the Rockets cool, but I wouldn't ever put no money on them or be like, oh, they going to the finals. No. Even goddamn Warriors having a few issues as far as disagreements between Draymond and Steve Kerr. But see, I was reading the comments on that saying how Draymond was not worth the money or worth keeping him, and they should have kept Klay Thompson. But I'm gonna keep it real, man. Klay had his time, but Klay, it's just something about his movement, like defense wise, like he is not. He's you can't do nothing with him for real. He too stiff or some shit. I don't know. And then only thing he could really do when you really watch Klay Thompson game and just really catch and shoot. If he ain't doing that, he ain't gonna at least drive to the rack. Sometimes he'll do it, but like not all the time. But like, you know, his time was felt while he was in Golden State. Now it's, you know, move past his ass. Do I feel he was worth the keeping over Draymond? Not really, even though Draymond not really like a consistent scorer. He's I gotta go one Gucci. I gotta go one Gucci or Young Jeezy. My little homeboy Tyler, he say Gucci, man, or Jeezy. I'm gonna say Gucci. Jeezy was cool when you like, I don't know how to even say this shit, but like his music didn't grow well. Like when you young and immature and you live in the street life, that shit is all cool. He rapping about all that shit in his music, but his music didn't age well. Gucci shit aged better than him. So I would choose Glenn. Then as far as human being, as far as, see, the thing is this, right? When you get put in a certain position, whether you're a rapper, ball player, actor, any type of higher position to where you're fortunate to change those around you and you don't take advantage of it, then when it runs out, nobody cares. And that's the Jeezy effect. No young rappers fuck with him. Like Yachty, Uzi, I don't give a damn who they is. Baby, Pooh Shiesty, nobody. Everybody might say at some point they listen to a Jeezy song, but as far as the newer generation, nobody fucks with him like that. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't grow well on people. Gucci seemed like he was just more accessible, more hands-on, like you could speak to him. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm gonna take Gucci over him. You know what I mean? Now, 20 years ago, you'd have asked me this, I probably would have been like both. But as time went on, I always rock with Gucci, but I'm definitely going to take Gucci over Jeezy. I'm going to tell you something. I understand the entertainment life as far as when you young, meaning when you 21 and above and you got your homies and set your crowd you kick it with, it's cool for the moment, but then at some point, you 30, then you become 32, 33, 34, 35. And some things don't last that was lasting when 10 years ago when he was 24, now he's 34. So a lot of the things that you might have gave passes on, as far as whether somebody was leeching off you or whatever you was doing, now they're not doing that no more. So now y'all not friends no more. That's a lot of people's situations. A lot of people feel like a lot of people, from my perspective, Gucci a little more gangster than Jeezy. I mean, you know, looks can be deceiving. You know what I mean? Looks can be deceiving. Looks ain't everything, because you could go look at a Playboy magazine and be like, see the cover and be like, damn, you know what I mean? You can go, looks don't mean nothing for real. It's all your character, and your character at some point is gonna show, and you're gonna be exposed. You know what I mean? As far as is you a solid individual, not streetwise, just man-wise. You know what I mean? So, like I say, as time went on, it seemed like Gucci helped a lot of people, whether it was studio time for free. He wanted to see you put an album out. Jeezy, everybody around him, nobody never put out an album around him. And yes, he was on YG song, My Nigga, back in the day, but that was already a song YG created. He just added Jeezy to it. Other than that, nobody messed with him like that. Me, I try to be based on, as far as I listen to all type of music. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if y'all don't know this man like me, you looking at it all gangster right now. All love, fam. You crazy. This is my little nigga, y'all. Like, I literally raised this little nigga. Like, man, you know how niggas be talking about some, man, I've been knowing a nigga. Man, I've been knowing him since he was like 5, 6, 7 type shit. And now he's a grown man. So when I say that's really my little partner, like, he really my little homie. I done had him around bad shit and good shit. But yeah, rap music, it done came a long way. Now everybody can eat, and you can just do a TikTok song, and next thing you know, you on CNN during the interview. You know what I mean? So that part, as far as you can eat off shit a little faster than 20 years ago, because all you got to do now is have a laptop, microphone, and certain other little shit don't take really much. And you know what I mean? And like you said, a laptop, and you good to go. You could drop a whole fucking album. You know what I mean? From your crib. So that's the good part about it, even though it oversaturates it. You know what I mean? Me, I look at life from this point of view. Like, life is what you make it and how you view it. You know what I mean? I have a goal. I want to be acting. Right. And see, one thing about goals, right? Goals is no age bracket on goals. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as, because I'm this age, I can't complete a goal, or I can't see myself doing this goal. You know what I mean? You set a goal to achieve it. That means that you're not thinking about the age you are right now. But in order to achieve your goal, you got to make effort towards it. Whether you start doing comedy skits, or you just start doing, or investigating, or Googling, or trying to read ways, and how can you download this app and do that to start practicing for something that you want to be great in. You know what I mean? Like, people really think that shit be easy to turn on a live and chat. It's a lot of people who say they do it, but when you do it, do you have the heart to do it? Because doing this shit right here ain't for the weak. You know what I mean? It's for people who really is built for this. You know what I mean? People think that cutting on the live is like being a gang member. Like, you could be a square and wake up and just cut and buy a bandana and total blick, and now you're a street nigga. I just want to say that because as of rapping, there's too many of them for real. It's too many of them because it's easy to do. You know what I mean? And then rapping is a form of poetry. Some people express themselves through music. They don't know how to express themselves. just straight up combo. So to them, when they hear a beat and they like that blunt up like what I got and they get in the zone, they feel like I got some shit to say. You know what I mean? So some people is not very expressive naturally. They have to do music because they feel like that's the only way people gonna hear them out. You know what I mean? If they say, listen to this song right here, and then when the song is done, they hope the person feel like, damn, I felt that. Did you hear what was in the Tamara friend how I just subscribed? Damn, that's love. I ain't even have to ask. He just jumped in here, was like, I subscribe. That's what's up. I appreciate you, Tamara friend. Salute, set your notification. But some people just be feeling like, I want to do it, but they don't know how to go about doing it. When in reality, all you got to do is just do it. You know what I mean? Like, we got to quit talking to ourselves and telling ourselves, I want this, I want that, I can vision this and vision that, but we ain't putting no effort towards it. You have to put effort towards something. That's just like if you think you're going to walk outside your house, find a scratch off on the ground for 5,000. It don't work like that. You got to at least play the scratch offs at least a handful of times, and then maybe something like that'll happen. You know what I mean? So a lot of times shit don't happen at that moment because if you hit for $1 million, what would you truly do with it? Would you go backwards like some rappers do and buy guns and ride around and get caught with blicks and serve and all type of shit, pouring a 4-up and a blick and a button? Like, you know what I mean? What would you really do? Would you invest it in drugs? Like, it's like God know everything that's going to happen before it happens. You know what I mean? So sometimes before we get our hands on a certain amount of money, you got to grow mentally. That way when you get it, you know what to do with it. Instead of doing wrong with it. And that's why a lot of entertainers and actors and certain people, their downfall is the crowd they choose to put themselves a part of. You know what I mean? Acting do take talent, skills, and it takes. And acting, you got to go to a lot of Shakespeare type stuff. Like acting, you know what I mean? You gotta really practice. I know we all talk to ourselves sometimes. Y'all all in here hit that like button. You gotta practice, you know what I mean? Just like how dudes freestyle to themselves, you gotta act to yourself, you know what I mean? If you smoking a blunt or you chilling and you sitting in the car or you at work and you dolo, you don't want everybody thinking you crazy. You gotta practice, you know what I mean? When you get out the shower with them, you gotta practice. You gotta practice. Practice leads to perfect. I just feel like nowadays, in order for you to achieve any goal you want, you gotta invest it and then start building towards it. You know what I mean? We got computers in our hands every day, the phone. The phone ain't nothing but a handheld computer. It's you don't gotta just trap for your phone to ring to get money off of it. I got tried, man, and these the new joints with the new logo. You know what I mean? With the new logo. Remember now, I had the old ones, the ones that said just try game man. That's the original Tribe Gang Shiesty. This with the new logo. With the new logo. So like I told y'all, if you got product, don't look at it like what you got right now is not moving. It's not moving right now. Y'all all in here hit that like button. It's not about it's not moving. Stack up, stalk up. That way when it move and it starts moving, you ready. You know what I mean? I always tell my viewers and people in the chat, if you don't see me on here, whether it's hours or a day or whatever it is, I'm building my brand behind the scenes, bro. I'm always doing something. I got a store online, Mike 99. What it do? What's up, family? I got a store online. I'm always building my brand. You know what I mean? I'm never just not trying to make my brand better. You know what I mean? Anytime I get back on here, even if I don't show y'all merch, you know what I mean? Y'all know I got my own. workout, tribalist effect. You know what I mean? Testosterone booster, pre-workout dietary supplement. You know what I mean? 2 capsules a day, 60 capsules in here, results in 7 days. You know, we always over here brand building at Tribe TV, Tribe Gang, especially behind the scenes. I'm networking, I'm reading paperwork, I'm Googling this, I'm doing that. I'm trying to figure out, I need in on this. You know what I mean? And instead of using other people's shit, how can I create my own? You know what I mean? So we all have moments where we saying, "Oh, I'm bored. Oh, I'm bored." Okay, if you saying that you're bored, then give you something to do. Investigate what you see yourself having a career in. You know what I mean? A lot of times when we ain't got shit to do, that's when you're supposed to be trying to figure out how can you grow your brand. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be trying to figure that shit out. You never should be sitting around saying I ain't got nothing to do. How? You ain't Googling shit. You ain't looking up what this costs, what that costs. How can you buy this in bulk? How can you start doing this and that? Oh, I'm an actor. I'm going to start doing skits for 30 minutes and posting them on YouTube Shorts or something like that or whatever. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's really no excuse for a dream you try to chase or making your situation better. And it starts with you holding your phone every day, bro. Your phone ain't always just meant for Facebook and Instagram and liking other people's shit and people liking your shit. At some point, you gotta get some type of motion going. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how I felt like. Don't y'all ever get tired of investing in other people's shit, whether it's Jordans, designer, trees, whatever, to the point you be like, you know what, I'm gonna become my own plug. I'm gonna become my own everything. You know what I mean? Yes, at some point you're gonna need help. You know what I mean? Because it never could be a one-man show as much as we hear these celebrity stories. Or I was by myself, I raised myself, I did it, all everything by myself. Okay, it sounds good, but everybody has some form of help. You know what I mean? So it's like, what you go do? In order for you to reap the benefits of anything you want to achieve, you have to make effort. You know what I mean? But if you don't make effort or show no effort, then you won't achieve what you're trying to achieve, because your goal of achieving what you're trying to achieve is you got to go through ups and downs. You got to go through being broke, bouncing back, all the effects of whatever you feel. Big J, what it do? What's up, Brody? Hit that like button while you in here. Anything that you trying to achieve, you got to go through ups and downs before you can see the sunshine, which is the benefits of the funds and living comfortably and doing everything that you want to do. You can't just strike gold out the gate. You know what I mean? You got to at least show that you put in some form of leg work. You know what I mean? Sometimes people can have businesses or have certain situations going on years before they actually fully reap their profits and some. You know what I mean? But in the course of time, it's always about staying down, though. You know what I mean? You gotta stay down. It's not about whole business not pumping right now. Stay down. You know what I mean? One thing about giving up don't come with a price tag. It's easy to do. You know what I mean? So it's all on the individually. Military mind. You know what I mean? For real. I'm thousands in this shit. It ain't no turning back. Once you over 20,000 type shit into this shit, it ain't no turning back. You know what I mean? I'm talking about well over. You motherfuckers talking about, oh, I put this and that, I rented a space, all this newbie shit that y'all doing and all of that. You know what I mean? When in reality, when you first start off and you fresh meat to this shit, meaning like you only been doing content a year, Big J said, yeah. When you only been doing content a year or so, reality, you shouldn't be trying to rent a space. You should be trying to hold as much funds as possible. You can't rent a space if you don't got merch. That's backwards. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather build within my confinement, whether it's a crib or whatever spot you got going on. You know what I mean? And then if I'm gonna collab with somebody, either we can join and choose a spot or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? But if you jumping in the game, you don't want to start out paying bills in a whole nother building or somewhere else outside of your crib. You already got to get equipment. You already got to do certain things in order to build your brand. You know what I mean? That's taken away from your brand paying rent. Two different rents. You know what I mean? Because you want to run a podcast. You know what I mean? Because you want to invite people to the show when you just need to be patient and all of that'll come. Or you and a person can get a room, or it's all type of several ways you and a person can connect to save them couple dollars, you know what I mean? So, me, I took the patient route, and the route I took is not for everybody because I was getting money other ways. So this right here was no pressure to me as far as I'm feeling like I got to touch on every subject. Oh, this person just died. Oh yeah, this person ran up a subway and shot a person over a 6-inch sub. You know what I mean? Like, nah, now, I don't knock people grind, but I ain't gonna ever be one of them type of people where I'm on here just, you know, just on here about everything. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you ain't got no life. Do you do anything outside of this YouTube shit? Some of these niggas, you literally be like, damn, dog. Like, I mean, I know you get a check off this shit or whatever, but do you live normal? You know what I mean? Like, do you got bitches? You know what I mean? Some niggas could become YouTube robots. You know what I mean? Like, bro, relax a little bit, bro. Like, damn. I mean, I'm talking about soon you get out of the shower, you know what I mean? You going live. I mean, damn, my nigga live ain't going nowhere. Live ain't going nowhere, man. This shit gonna be here, man. Yes, people do move on because it's a recycle type system nowadays as far as time frame and just moments. Everything is for the moment. So at that moment, once it's done, people move on and move forward. People be trying to catch that wheel and jump in them moments. You know what I mean? Every moment you can't make, you can't be a part of. You know what I mean? Some moments you just gotta watch from the sideline, like what some people do when they stroll on their phone. They see a live and they look in it and then they bounce away. Sometimes everything ain't meant to be stood and stay around though. Some shit you just see and then you be like, I didn't see that shit. Turn your head. You know what I mean? You seen it, but you like, I didn't see it. You know, so I think life teaches all of us how to grow. Your parents raise you. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I was important. Yeah. Set up some chill, low key, collab with you. Nah, bro, you is important, bro. We can collab. You know what I mean? Let me see some shit. Yeah, we could collab. We could collab on some shit, bro. You know what I mean? Over here at Tribe TV, man, there's no pressure. You know what I mean? As long as we pushing each other as far as like we say goals and shit like that, and just a chill vibe. That's what we on over here. We be on real life shit over here. You know what I mean? You ask a question, you're gonna get an answer. You know what I mean? You wanna come in here on dumb shit, we can get on that. You know what I mean? Which is, we try to leave that alone because that's easy to do. It's hard to get out of it, but it's easy to get on some gangster shit, you know? So, but yeah, man, all of this shit costs. You know what I mean? There's no crying about all of that. You know what I mean? Okay, you spent 1,500, bet. Yeah, yeah, I do. I wanna, yeah, like we could do the double screen shit. Like, let me see some shit. Yeah, I was trying to see how I could add you. But yeah, we definitely gonna collab though. I definitely be on that shit, getting people different views and thoughts and shit like that, going back and forth. I got some shit in the cut anyway, where I got a few guests that I'm gonna invite. We're gonna do some shit together anyway. So I'm glad you actually spoke on that. But yeah, man, I had to come in here, man, and I know this title says about my Lakers and shit, man. They, I don't know, man. Like, they need to get their shit together. And I just want to tap in with y'all and let y'all know how I felt about the Lakers and how they need to get their shit together and how I felt like when LeBron was hurt, they was playing better. The whole starting five was in double digits, and now since he came back, none of that shit has happened. Yes, Austin and all them niggas put up 40-piece chicken dinners and all that, but it's just the vibe and all that. And I just really hope, I know the Lakers ain't gonna offer that nigga a bag to come back, but I just really hope if you're not winning rings, I hope this LeBron last year, bro. It's just no point. All your peers gone. It's time to fall back. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the Lakers get y'all shit together. For all those who stopped being on Tribe, hit that like button. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Go to my YouTube post. You know what I mean? You know I got merch, like I say. It's cold out. Get you a Tribe mask. You know what I mean? With the new logo on it. You know what I mean? Hit my YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, set y'all notifications. You know what I mean? We're gonna tap in tomorrow. We're gonna go live. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody holding it down. You know what I mean? Standing up, never sitting down. That logo tough. Yeah, this the new joint too. You know what I mean? My old logo was just a black hoodie that said Tribe on it. That's the old logo. But go to my YouTube, go to my post, man. Scroll that motherfucker all the way up and down, man, to the bottom. You know what I mean? And look through all those pictures. Hit the like button, comment, you know what I mean? Tap in. You know, we still got Tribe Gang Unlimited jackets. You know what I mean? Tap in. Shopify. You know what I mean? Go on my YouTube post. You'll see Shopify app. I got my own waters, my own everything. Like, you know what I mean? So, but you wouldn't know that. Go to my YouTube post. Look at every picture. You know what I mean? Thank you. You know what I mean? Go to look at every picture. You know what I mean? And tap in with your boy. Shopify app. You know what I mean? Tribe Culture TV 83. You know what I mean? Salute. Tribe. We out. Big J. Have a great rest of your day. My nigga, set your notification. I appreciate you once again. And remember, we got to collide. Set your notification. Salute. Tribe Game. Go to my post. Check for updates. Let me know your views and your thoughts. Instagram, G Rio Benji. Facebook, G Rio Benji. You know what I mean? Tap in with your boy. Tribe Game TV. Salute.